Monday to Sunday, we maxing the limits. My man running like Tom Cruise on an action movie. Moving a mission, they say that I'm tripping. I've been told I need a vacation, I'm finessing a visit. First class, my feet up high in the air on business.
Yeah. What up, roomies? What's happening, man? How you doing, man? I'm one of your hosts, Tone Capone. We out here to discuss everything that you saw on the Shade Room page, and yes, everything that haven't even made it there yet. I promise you, it's gonna be a crazy show today.
Okay, period. Yes, we get into all the tea from the week. Hey, roomies, I'm Kiki, your co-host, and the most important thing is that we need you to join the conversation, okay? We want your tea, we want your takes, so join us in the show tonight. We got a lot to discuss.
And look, I'm your third host, Zach Boog, and I'm gonna tell you, everybody pulling up to TSR Live tonight, man. I'm telling you, your favorite reality stars, content creators, influencers, this is where you need to be, man. Lock into the show.
Absolutely. Let's get ready to do it, man. Roomies, you ready? Let's get it. It's a lot to talk about. But first, we have unfortunate news. Of course, everybody knows about it. Our hearts and prayers are with the families and victims of the American Airlines plane and Army Black Hawk helicopter that collided midair last night in Washington. Now, all persons involved are presumed dead, and we are keeping you updated, of course, on the latest developments at shaderoom.com. This was something that touches everybody because I don't know about you guys. Every time I get on a plane, I pray once I'm on the plane, pray when we land. I never take air travel for granted, and this is just another reason that we should always pray. And then it just feels crazy.
I mean, it's so sad to see these people got on a plane and their loved ones were out last night waiting, hoping to get a call, and to have it go down this way with so many unanswered questions. It's been hard for everybody. I know it's been weighing on me today, but hopefully we can bring you guys some joy with the show today. Yeah,
Kiki, it's been weighing on me today as well. This morning, I was watching the news and I was actually watching them recover bodies from the river. You know, and that was just disheartening. You know, it was just a terrible thing to look at. And, you know, my heart and prayers and thoughts and well wishes goes out to all the victims.
Absolutely. And then the only thing outside of that was troubling is we take a moment like this, a tragedy, to blame DI,
that made me so mad.
To blame Barack Obama, to blame Joe Biden for something that they didn't have anything to do with. It was something that's really just unfortunate that happened, a crazy mishap. And to take this moment when people have lost their lives to use it as a political moment, it really felt nasty.
And just to add to that, Tone, to blame something like this on a program, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of why a person was hired, we don't even know if that's true. First of all, you're just in there talking, but to blame a program on something like this happening, you got to understand that it was still those people in the DEI programs are trained properly. You know what I'm saying? So it's like just to like you said, to push your political agenda on this, like on some like see what happens type stuff is disheartening.
Yeah, that wasn't a moment for that.
No.
Switching gears, roomies. Politics here in Chicago this week have been absolutely crazy. From Inspector General investigating Mayor Brandon Johnson
Negroes lost y'all mind.
To Mayor Tiffany Henyard allegedly getting into a fist fight with a constituent. Join us now to discuss the latest is Jaymal Green, a former candidate for mayor of Chicago and popular community organizer. I'm having a crazy. I got back from Costa Rica, Jaymal, and I had a little too much fun.
What is he, an organizer?
Yeah, organizer.
He's an organizer.
Yeah. All right, Jaymal, what's up, buddy? Come on in.
What's up, man? Y'all cracking me up already.
My favorite organizer.
Yeah.
How long you been playing the organ?
What's up, y'all? Hey, good to see you.
Hey, man. Well, hey, Jaymal, let's just start right now with Mayor Johnson. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't think we got a mayor. But, let me say this. Let me say this. You know, what happened over the last couple of days is they were investigating him because of, he had a secret gift room in which he has been accepting gifts. And with state law now, and with the Board of Ethics, if you are given a gift over $50 as the mayor of Chicago, they have to document each one of these gifts because they are owned by the city, right? So basically, people can't just be giving you like money or gifts and stuff because it is looked at as bribery. So all these gifts, they have been stored in this room. So what happened was the investigators, the OIG, they showed up to City Hall like, yo, we want to get into this room. Now they were supposed to allow them into the room, but they was like, no, we got to wait until a good time to let y'all in the room. So they like, wow, why y'all ain't letting us in the room so we can see all these gifts that y'all got? And they stopped them from getting into the room. So a report came out to show like there was they came out and was like, look, these are some of the gifts that we got. You know, we got a Gucci bag, we got this, we got that. But they are not disclosing all of the gifts and who they came from. And that's what the report came out to show. And that's just one of the things.
Wow. That's wild, because I'm gonna tell you something. If you want to bribe me, I'm taking my bribes home. One thing I ain't gonna do is store it in the room. My bribes is coming home. You gonna see me with a Gucci bag home.
This has been. He's not the first mayor to accept gifts, obviously. But when you are not properly documenting these gifts, it looks like, whoa, what you hiding, right? And this just one of this last week of politics has been crazy with him and Tiffany. I know we're gonna get to Tiffany, but really, we as the black communities, we got to really get ourselves together so that we can start to rebuild Black Wall Streets and own properties. And we talking about DEI, but we don't have no safety net when they take something from us. That's the issue, right? So now we got to step up and say, oh, Target, they don't like us. Okay, let's not go to Target. Oh, Costco. Oh, I like Costco now. We playing too many games because we are not being proactive to build what we need to be building in the meantime. We can't just say, oh, they put a policy together and a few percent of Black people benefited, so we happy. We got to own Black businesses, support Black businesses, support each other. We got to build our own. We should hiring our own majority employers of our own people, just as every culture is. So I want to say that, because when an agenda like the migrant crisis happened, y'all already know Black folks wasn't even thought about, but $1 billion, hey, within 365 days, go right out the door. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And we in our community suffering like, whoa, we want these school buildings to be this, this, and this, y'all. And they like, no, we don't want to do that. But then the migrant crisis happened. Oh, we're going to use this for a shelter. You get what I'm saying? So we can't keep waiting on no savior. We got to build our own communities, man.
Right. It's
about us.
It's 100% true. Before Kiki you jump in, I always say you don't hear anybody in Chinatown worried about DEI programs. No. Their infrastructure is set. It's set. It's set.
We got to set ours.
It's time to get our affairs in order for sure. And you broke another story this week about Dalton Mayor, Tiffany Henyard. Mayor Henyard was involved in a massive fight at a board meeting, which is crazy, after she claims to be verbally assaulted. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I think that Mayor Henyard has caused a lot of news over the last few years. As y'all know, she's the biggest thing smoking when it comes to clickbait, right?
She done made it from Dalton to the shade room.
You know what?
Shade room. Like,
people don't understand. Ain't even 20,000 people in Dalton. You get what I'm saying? Like, hey, you got like one gas station and one store in the whole town. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And don't forget about that fire Taurus.
Yeah.
Right. And so the fact that she has brought this much attention on Dalton shows you it's been a lot of craziness going on. I mean, Tiffany from stealing money, in a lot of different ways. She has forwarded money to her organization. And then when the Attorney General say, where the money at? They won't even open up the books. I mean, we're going down the line of the things that have happened with Tiffany. But in this last situation, you had a brawl in which Tiffany jumped into the brawl. Like this is the mayor. Matter of fact, not just the mayor. She is the township supervisor. So she has two roles where she's making $300,000 a year. The highest, this is the most powerful role in the suburbs, the township supervisor. And the fact that you will get out of your seat and jump into a fight because your boyfriend is fighting with an activist, Jedidiah Brown. I know y'all having him up here, and her ex-boyfriend, that's a different story, it's a reality show in Dalton, right?
Wait,
boyfriends everywhere.
Wait, Jaymal, wait, the ex-boyfriend was in there too?
The ex-boyfriend was in there too. Hey, listen, I ain't trying to air out all the Dalton mess. They gonna put this in the documentary. But the point is that she got boyfriends everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And the boyfriend,
Okay.
hold on. The boyfriend that she was helping to fight is married. And not
Oh, now see, you done lost it.
Oh,
All right, ain't nothing wrong with a couple boyfriends. She got the married one, Lord.
There's a lot going on.
Jaymal, you wild man.
Oh my God.
It's a lot going on in Dalton. And so essentially the mayor's race is next month. And I hope that, you know, Jason House, she's going one-on-one with him, who's a fiscal born politician who ain't gonna be causing all of this stuff, right? Who's a good guy and really in tune with the community, can beat her so that we can get out of this Tiffany Henyard clickbait, you know, corruption scandal. And she already lost the Township. She's not going to be on the ballot for Township supervisor, so she's going to lose that job in the next couple months anyway. So her last job is Dalton mayor. And if she loses this job, then she won't have no job at all. And the feds are looking to come in and charge her. And the only reason why they have not charged her yet is because they don't want to charge her right before an election because it'll look like they're picking sides. So they're waiting till the election is done. Trust and believe from all of my sources from the top, charges will be forthcoming in Tiffany Henyard's case.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Jesus Christ.
Welcome to Illinois politics, y'all. It's always
Illinois. Wow.
They should just fight for the next election. Everybody just get the boxing match. Everybody gets a glove, whoever win the mayor.
It's so embarrassing, though.
Jaymal,
It's very
I feel like I was on a reality show recap show right now.
Yeah. I mean, y'all don't understand. I mean, you know, one of my guys, her baby daddy, and he in a child custody battle with her. I mean, literally, you won't even understand the craziness that Tiffany brings, you know what I'm saying, to politics. But I just hope that Dalton can, y'all, I'm sure y'all gonna hear about it from Jedidiah in a minute, but I just hope that Dalton can get to a place where you know, the residents are suffering. Dalton and the township, because when money is not moved forward so that things can be done, when you got a lot of this going on, the meeting wasn't over when she was jumping in a fight, so the meeting wasn't even over. You get what I'm saying? This was in the middle of a meeting. So now, what happened after that? No business got done. You get what I'm saying? So she jumped into a fight, and now the meeting is over. Nobody even adjourned the meeting. So I hope that we can get to a point at some point where the township and Dalton both can get to a place where the residents can actually have a leader who can move them forward without financial gain. And, you know, shout out to all of the activists that have been fighting out there against her and making awareness to this, y'all. And between Tiffany and Brandon, I don't know who worse in Illinois, but we got better days ahead.
Jaymal, we get you out of here, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us today.
Go on, Jaymal.
I feel like Jaymal be like, you know, Zach.
Yeah.
Hey,
Jaymal, stop.
It's the shade room. I'm just trying to tell you.
You telling everybody
man,
this.
we appreciate you like always, Jaymal, taking time out to be on the show.
Hey.
Thanks a lot, bro.
See you, church.
Appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all. See y'all.
All right.
Man, the roomie's going crazy. Over that story too.
Miss Monica,
Yeah.
everybody. I'm looking at Keisha, Price, what up, man? Everybody is just chiming in. The chat is on fire right now.
Roomies, we just getting started. I want to let you know, roomies, we are just warming up. So come on in. Joining us now is Jedidiah Brown, the man in the video that Mayor Henyard was fighting.
Oh,
Okay, where? Come on, Jedidiah, come on in.
What's up, y'all? Thanks for having me.
What's happening, bro?
Yeah,
Jedidiah,
yeah.
you got your little podcast set up, bro. What's happening?
We do this.
Okay.
All right, brother.
You got the windscreen.
Uh-huh.
All right.
All right, Jedidiah, you know, we don't have a lot of time. So can you just like briefly tell the people why you were upset at the board meeting?
Well, so basically, the context of it is that I was called after 3 years of residents fighting various issues in the town. People don't, I'm from the same place as Jaymal. I'm the advocate people call when it's becoming a cold case, when there's no traction, ain't nobody listening. They bring me in because I'm gonna bring a different kind of fight. And so, in this particular meeting, this is a buildup of 9 months of me exposing what this administration has done to the quality of life of these residents, from covering up sexual assault to stealing money, husbands, houses, cars, all kinds of stuff. And literally what y'all see was a pre-planned setup that was in reverse. And it was just a bunch of reaction and action because again, we are at a place where we tired of everybody's sick of each other. And y'all see me on the soundbite calling her the B word, but that's pretty much how we all greet each other at this point.
All right, wait a minute.
Oh,
All right,
wow.
okay.
Like
So, Jedidiah, let me ask you to just go ahead. Let's get it out the blue. Let's just get it out the way. The $1 million question is, why in a town meeting when you're trying to get things accomplished and you're trying to move things forward, why did you call the mayor of Dalton a bitch?
That was the nice version. So this woman utilized her police department and weaponized it against us residents, me as an advocate. I got chased by her police chief outside of his district. Then I got locked up and they tried to trump charges on me. The boyfriend threatened my baby monkey, and he also threatened my mother to kill her. Literally, there have been so many things going on, from attacks, them running over people, mailbox, threatening seniors. She calls people out their name all the time. But the reason it happened right there, we sat in that room for 2 hours. Actually, for the record, business got done. Public comment wasn't until the end. And business got done. And she sat there and disrespected everybody in that room for 2 hours. And then when she called out Stephanie Wiedeman's education to disrespect her, that was the last straw. So I, as an advocate, utilize my research to put her in her place. And I know that people don't understand how times have changed, but let's just be honest about the culture. We are no longer literally living in the days of the we shall overcome advocates. We are now the we outside advocates.
Oh,
But Jedidiah, you look like we probably around the same age. You know, calling somebody a bitch leads to getting punched in the face. That is a fighting word. That's what people say to fight.
I wasn't shocked. Was you? I don't know. I don't know if I demonstrated that I didn't.
So
I
you
wasn't
are
shocked about what happened, because
Okay.
again, I want you to understand that this is how I've been addressed by them since I got there. You all see me.
They've been calling you that?
Huh?
They've been calling you. They've been calling you a bitch.
On countless videos. I've said hi. They say call me the B word. Call me a gay, call me all kinds of stuff. So that's why the people who are in the town, they're not shocked. The world is shocked because they've been hearing, but they ain't been paying attention. These are the scum of scum, complete hood boogers. And these people, like I said, calling her the B word was nice. But think about all the women in the village who got to pay higher taxes, who didn't have their property stolen from them, who didn't been disrespected, they've been refused city services, insulted, getting tickets. Like, it's been so much. And that what y'all saw, Dr. King said it best. Rioting is the language of the unheard. But before you see it, you hear it. We sick of her, and it's we, because I'm there now. And we are at a place where people are tired of playing politically correct games and dealing with governments that's jacking us up, and we play nice because it's hard for everybody to hear. We there now. And I got a restraining order, but let's be clear. We've been throwing restraining orders back and forth in this fight for 9 months.
wait, she got a restraining order against you, or you have one against her?
She had one against me. It was dismissed because she don't wake up till 1 o'clock. She smoke a blunt, go to sleep, wake up at 1. I was at court at 9, and the judge dismissed hers, so I wrote mine, and I got it.
Now, Jay, let me ask you this. There was a moment in the video where I saw her alleged boyfriend say something to you, but there was no audio. What was said?
Her boyfriend said he called me a, I don't know, can I cuss on here? He called me a BAN. And then he said, your mama a B. So that's when you see me turn around and go back. Now, I want to be clear for the record. I give her kudos for running and standing up and defending that other woman's husband. However, it's definitely never, in no context, should we ever have a place where a government official attacks a citizen with a microphone. But he is not only just her boyfriend, but she hired him to run the youth programs of the township. He make $100,000 a year to be the example for the kids in the community. And let's be clear here. He didn't run up on a dang thing. He was sitting behind me the whole time. He waited till I walked away before he tried to talk tough. But he been doing that to me since I've been there, disrespecting me, finding false police reports on me. They've been doing all kind of stuff. So everybody got to miss me with the optic of a soundbite. I'm a Chicagoan, and we don't play those games eventually.
Now, Jedidiah, they were saying, I heard that they said that you live in Texas, that you weren't even here.
I know you got to be a boss. You can't have multiple residences. But I'm from Chicago, Chicago bred all my life. I'm a primary in Texas, but Chicago always my heart. You mess with somebody in Chicago, I'm catching the flight. That's what men do when they really care about their community. But since this has happened, I've reestablished myself months ago with residency in the Chicago land, but my family always been there. And it don't matter. Everybody try to find a dividing line. If it ain't going to be the city, the state, I'm still an American citizen. We should all be standing up for each other the right way.
Did you walk away with any charges from this incident?
Yeah, I had a gas charge. I had to pay for the gas money to drive to the courthouse to get the restraining order. Get outside of that. Nah.
Okay, so
Now,
you ain't go to jail, and I love that.
I do gotta ask you this though, because you saying like
we know you in Chicago, you got to get up out of there. Once you got a time limit. That's the only reason why I was mad, because the time was up, and I was in flip flops. I had on slides. I had to slide on out of there.
You had to get up out the jail. You had to get up out the jail.
Oh my God. I do want to take a moment for whoever was with you, because I did see, is that your family member that was next to you? Because they weren't playing.
He the former code enforcement officer, and that was one of her boos, one of her many boos. And he been mad for a long time because she played him and did him wrong, and she left that man homeless, another life destroyed. And she actually allowed for him to be defamed by a situation. When Jay told me, because you have fought for the village and all of us that's experienced that, I never leave you hanging. He's been there. And this is what I'll be clear. Stephanie, Valerie, Mary, Sherry, Georgia, Jay, I could go on all day. Nikita, she has destroyed Carmen, Stephanie. She has affected so many women in a horrible way. This was for them, and I make no apology. She's not that's trash.
Wow.
So do you think, before we let you out of here, do you think this type of publicity, this type of energy at a town hall, do you think this is going to eventually help the residents of Dalton?
These people have been begging for the Democratic Party government to help them for 3 whole years. Again, the man of peace himself said that rioting is the language of the unheard. Before you see it, you're going to hear it. Decorum and respect and pleasantries are out the window. When you look and do a deep dive of the effect of this administration over the last 4 years, you won't say nothing because you will totally get it. But here's the thing. A police officer has the option of lethal force when that's where the threat is at. There is no more respect, because this is a 100% disrespectful administration.
It's name calling.
I know, but it's ugly. I just hate the fact.
Name calling.
What you wanted me to do? Flip over?
Say some of
that. Now use your fist.
It just looks bad, because I mean,
it looks bad. I'm sorry. Zach.
We'll do this like when it's black people. You know what I'm saying? When it's a black mayor, black woman mayor, black this, we come with this type of energy. But when it be other cultures doing us dirty, I don't see this type of energy from it.
I'm the same guy that jumped on Donald Trump's stage when he ran for president in 2016. It's not true.
We'll go and you said what?
I'm the guy that jumped on Donald Trump's stage when he came to run for president in Chicago in 2016.
Did you call him a B word? Did you swing?
I call him a lot of things. I'm the same man that challenged the white mayor Rahm Emanuel in Chicago for his 4-year tenure. That's not.
I get that, but I'm talking about this. It wasn't nothing ended up like this.
I called them all that eventually. That's why people call me, because I'm the one that goes beyond where everybody try to act like they won't go.
Before we let you go, though, brother, I want to tell you, man to man. From just talking to you firsthand, you sound like you're a very educated man. You know how to use your words. I think that what you're doing right now, the positive way that you're speaking, I think that helps more than getting into fist fights. Because all I heard was what you say what men would do. I hear conversation. You call me a name, I call you a name. We grown ass men. I'm just gonna hit her with the facts. Like stuff that you saying makes sense. You hit her with the facts that she can't run from, instead of hitting people with your fist. That's all I'm saying. But God bless you, man. And we gonna, as anything in this case or whatever this situation moves forward, we'll definitely have you back on the show.
For sure.
Yeah, and if y'all ever need me when playing lights ain't working, call me.
Oh Lord,
he with all the smoke. He is with all the smoke, and I'm just like, God.
Thank you.
All right,
thank you.
Jesus Christ. All right, y'all, let's move on. Y'all all in our backyard in Chicago.
I mean,
Illinois.
I'm so embarrassed. I am so embarrassed.
He want all the smoke.
I'm so embarrassed. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
Speaking of smoke zone,
let's talk about it, man. It looks like DJ Akademiks has been permanently banned from Twitch and dropped from multiple sponsors following a disturbing live stream with a 15-year-old boy. Now, Akademiks was recently on a live stream with a 15-year-old boy and invited the teen into a conversation and started asking him a series of graphic and inappropriate questions. I know we saw it and we've discussed this before privately, but like it was just so inappropriate and nasty. What do you think, Kiki?
I mean, it was horrible. And if he's saying this type of stuff to a kid on a live stream where other people can see it, I can only wonder and imagine what he might be saying to kids behind closed doors when nobody's watching. So it's time out for Akademiks. Like, baby, close the laptop, take the game and unplug it, go upstairs, come out that basement and do something else with your life for right now, because that's insane to talk to somebody that way. The kid on the video you could see that he was uncomfortable, and he just kept pressing it and kept going on. And to me, it was so inappropriate. And there's no way you can really back out of that, in my opinion.
Did you see how mature the kid was, though?
Yes.
The kid was like, hey, stop. He was like, I'm not gay. Stop this. You know what I'm saying? And you just keep pressing it. That was weird, man.
Yeah. It's one of those things. It's nasty. I've watched tons of comments. I've read them. I've seen what Meek Mill said. I've seen what we've all watched this, and it's karma. It's nasty work asking a young man that you pretty much double that young man's age. So you're not even his contemporary, because you got somebody, a teenager, and they joking and messing around with each other and being, bullying them. And those grown man should be talking to a young man about sex. Unless he's their father or a family member, and trying to teach him the right way and make him understand it. That was just nasty work. And now he's
weirdo.
You paying the price for it. You paying the price for it, like for real. Hopefully all of the people that you name drop on your podcast and on your stuff, maybe they can help you out. But this is definitely a learning time for them, for real.
Yeah, the timing is insane with all of the A minor jokes that have come out, and then coming at Savannah James and LeBron James. I just hate this for you. But
keep fatty. You see how she said?
Don't play with Savannah James. Anyway, the Grammys are set for this Sunday, and here's what we know: Trevor Noah will host. We love him, and Beyonce is confirmed to be in attendance. Now, Beyonce has a career total of 99 Grammy nominations, more than any other artist. Period. But she's not yet won the Recording Academy's top prize, which is Album of the Year. And to me, that's insane. Yeah, I feel like she's earned that a couple times. But what do you guys think about what's going on with the Grammys this year?
I'm excited for them. Actually, looking at the nominations, outside of the last some years past, man, I haven't seen it be this spot on.
Yeah,
it's pretty spot on this year.
Yeah, and some exciting things are also going to happen. Roxanne Shante will become the first female rapper to receive the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award.
Who she is, Zach?
Who she is? You don't know who Roxanne Shante is?
Kid Capri's watching. Kid Capri knows who Roxanne Shante is.
Shout out to the legend, Kid Capri.
Yeah,
okay,
it's my guy.
Yeah, well, you'll learn about Roxanne Shante this Sunday at the Grammys. And I love that this is a new category, it seems like. So maybe we'll see other awesome female rappers win this category. Queen Latifah definitely deserves her flowers. So I would love to see that too. And other Grammy related news, UMG has canceled their Grammy related events to kind of take the money that they would spend on the parties and give it back to the families who are battling the wildfires. So we love to see that.
I would support.
I'll be watching.
I'll put my tux on in the living room.
I always do.
And just sit down.
Yes.
Kiki, stop playing. You would not be watching it if it wasn't for Beyonce gonna be front row.
No.
Highlights.
No.
You a Grammy person?
I am a award show girl.
Oh, my fault.
I throw parties for award shows. I put on outfits.
We ain't been invited.
I would never invite y'all. I host imaginary red carpets because I'm the type of person, like, I like you to come to my house and watch TV with me, but when I want to talk, I want to talk. When I want everybody to shut up, I want everybody to shut up. And y'all will never shut up. So I can't invite y'all. But yeah, I host parties and everything for the award shows until I'm actually invited one day. You going to one. You took me to the BET Awards.
I did.
Look at that.
First time.
So yeah, now get me to the Grammys.
And you can't even take him to your house to watch the BET Awards. That is crazy.
I sure can't.
Look how I looked out for my dog. You see it?
But work harder because you need to get me to the Grammys now.
Gotcha.
And the Oscars, because I know you're an actor. This is a word. If y'all don't know, Tom Capone is a world-renowned actor. Please do his IMDb thing.
Yes.
Yeah, he was on The Parkers, episode 174.
And it said Tom Capone playing Tom Capone. He played himself. It was amazing. Go watch him on the park.
Go watch it. But Roomies, let us know who you're excited to see at this year's Grammys and what looks you're going to be looking forward to on the red carpet, because you know the girl's going to slay.
I hate them, but I like this next people. These next people we bring it up. Man, join us now at his R&B group that has stood the absolute test of time. Roomies, give it up for Jagged Edge.
Come on now.
Yes.
What's up?
Now that
I was like, who that lady is? I said that wasn't Jagged.
What's happening? What's happening?
This us.
What's happening?
Who is that?
I don't know who that is.
Who that?
Yeah.
Somebody to the group.
Okay. I thought it was an announcement.
That is so.
Y'all crazy.
I see Ron. I see Wingo.
You know, it's Grammy week, and you were nominated twice, in 01 and in 02. What's your favorite Grammy moment?
Wow, man.
We caught you.
Well, we just won one last year with Killer Mike, so that has to be the best moment.
There it is. Now, I want to give y'all flowers, man. I'm a huge R&B fan, and I want to just give y'all your flowers talking to you guys, because you guys made R&B like accessible for the regular singing dude. Like, what I'm saying? Y'all don't have falsettos or none of that stuff that we can't do. Tell me, have you ever been in a
Zach, they don't want to
They
don't
always make it accessible for
excuse
a
me,
brother like me. I can sing to my girl a Jagged Edge record and not sound bad. So I just want to be
Let's go.
Y'all keep it right in pocket.
Y'all
love it.
And kept it cool as hell.
All the way.
Cool as hell.
Appreciate it, man. Respect, man.
We ain't doing all that dancing and sweating and all that. Come on.
All that grinding.
Yeah, all that grinding. We just singing in Tim's and fur.
That's it.
Look, you can't do too much. You got them furs on. You burn up.
Yeah, right.
For real.
But I do want to talk to you guys about this year's nominees for Best R&B Album. If you don't know, it's like 1111 The Deluxe by Chris Brown, Vanta Black by Leah Hathaway, Revenge by Money Long, Algorithm by Lucky Day, and Coming Home by Usher. Who do you think takes the Grammy?
I think Usher. I think Usher takes it.
ATL.
Yeah, I think Usher takes it. Though I definitely mess with Lucky Day. I definitely mess with Chris. I definitely mess with
I love all of them. I think Usher had a phenomenal year.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
a lot of times when you in all kind of algorithms like he has been, like you top it off with a Grammy at the end of the year.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going 11-11, fellas. I'm going with my light-skinned brother Chris Breezy. Walk away with that.
He the truth too, though. He the truth too. That's our little bro.
And I definitely be pumping that album. So I love
that. Absolutely.
Solid.
Yeah. Now, while we're talking about favorite albums, fellas, one of my favorite songs that you guys have ever put out was Promise, obviously, right? And I got a chance to talk to Latavia from Destiny's Child, and she told me that the song was written about her, but I always wanted to talk to you guys to get confirmation on that and tell me how that came about.
I gotta put a little disclaimer out there, right?
Yeah.
Before my brother answers this, right? There can be no song written about one girl when me and him write all the songs. So I'm not writing about her. So maybe he wrote about her. But the song can't be about her if I'm not writing about her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think with Jagged Edge, the thing about Jagged Edge is that it's all our songs are all of our lives. Yeah. It can be inspired by a real relationship like the one Latavia and I had. But like he said, that's just a piece of the song. That's my little piece. He could have been writing about who knows who. You know what I mean?
Nameless.
There's definitely some names.
I just got to do a few more interviews to find out who your part of the song was about.
Right.
But guys, what's the biggest difference that you feel between today's R&B and 90s R&B? Like, what would you say is the biggest difference?
Wow. Well, this Brandon again, and I've been saying this, I guess, on our whole little promo tour. Like, I love a lot of the things I hear from today's artists. I don't want to be one of the guys that beat them up all the time, but I just feel like some of the songs would be even that much better if they sang it with a little bit more conviction, a little bit more from the gut, from the soul. And I always say, like, when you sing things from those places, it touched people in those same places.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right. We was talking about this the other day, and like he said, I mean, it's some incredible young R&B artists, but I think sometimes they get caught in this pattern of doing music that's vibey, and that's dope. But when you look at, I guess when you look back on what their era would be, you got to say, then where are the hit records at? I mean, it's not as many hits that come out of R&B as it used to be, and I think it's because it's so vibey overall. And like he said, if they put a little more emotion into it, then you can take a vibe to a whole nother place.
Absolutely.
Fact.
I want to ask y'all, but do you think that has anything to do with there being a lack of groups now? When I grew up listening to R&B, it was groups. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You had your 112, your Boys to Me, and it was like R&B groups. And I remember just putting playlists together of all you guys together. Right. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think it's a lack of groups in R&B now?
Wow, that's a good question too. I think it's
Can't move around.
For the most part. I think it's financial for the most part. I also think it's also contributed to social media. I think our culture now is more of a me culture. We used to mind teaming up back in the day. You know what I mean? But I think our culture today is more of a me solo dolo type of culture.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can do this by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
no, go ahead. I didn't cut you. Go ahead.
I just think it contributes to the song because let's say like one of you guys singing your heart out, you're not gonna come on there on your part vibing. You're gonna sing too. I mean, it's like sharpens iron.
Right. That friendly competition, like we thrive off of that in every aspect of what we do. I don't care if it's getting dressed or the stage performance or getting a part on a song, whatever it is. That friendly competition, we understand that it's going to drive the record to a better place. So I agree with you 1,000%.
Absolutely. Before I get to this question, do you think it's because everybody can get a deal pretty much in a sense? Everybody can get a deal. People talk a lot about gatekeepers, but you had to jump through so many hurdles to finally get on. And so you got the best of the best of the best, opposed to it's like we got a lot of G leaguers playing in the NBA.
Hey, I ain't never heard nobody put it like that.
Right.
No,
I mean, you're right though. When you can sign your own contract, I guess that's what you end up with. You know what I'm saying? When you can put yourself on and be your own, GM or CEO and everything else, then that's kind of what you end up with.
When you got a team full of yes men who they whole way of living has to do with what you do and what you don't do, they reluctant to tell you what's real and what's not. So I think all of that plays a part. I think
absolutely
all that plays a part.
Makes sense. Makes total sense. All right, fellas, are we planning on touring? What's going on?
Yes, sir.
You already know, baby. Tour coming, man.
Right. Tour kicks off like the end of March. Album drops tonight on Even.
Even Biz,
It drops at midnight, direct to consumer, and it drops for the rest of the world on the DSPs on
Valentine's Day,
February 14th. Right.
Okay. You said you can get it tonight. Where?
Tonight on Even.
On Even.
Right.
They've got an embarrassing story about me at y'all concert when y'all were in Chicago.
Give it up, dog. Give it up.
Come on.
I'm not gonna tell it.
Zach was caught in 4K at y'all concert, making out in the crowd as y'all sing Promise. It was very embarrassing. Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, Zach.
Hey, you couldn't have picked a better song, dog. You couldn't
my life.
Go, Zach.
You in public, you grab the back of the head, you in love.
It wasn't making out. We were close. It was slow dance.
I'm so embarrassed, y'all. It's crazy. But
hey, we gotta bring the slow dance back, Zach. We gotta
no doubt.
We want you guys, as we talk about love and keeping the slow dance, we want y'all to stick around for this TSR great debate. We got former reality star Monique Samuels weighing in on what decreases a woman's sex drive. So let's take a look at what Monique had to say.
All right.
If you keep that woman soft and you keep her the delicate flower that she is, oh, you better believe she's gonna keep you hard, and she'll shut you down. But what happens is the woman starts to harden because she is so stressed. And women, we just don't handle stress. We're not built for stress. We're more protecting the spiritual world, the nurturers. We're not built for stress. So if we have to constantly think about things, and if we're constantly feeling overwhelmed and stressed out in our minds, guess what? We're not going to have the sexual appetite that we had when we were in our youth. It's just not going to happen. You cannot make us hard or create an environment where we become hard and then expect us to keep you hard. That's just how it works.
Now, roomies, I definitely want you guys to weigh in the comments. So roomies watching, let us know your thoughts on this. But fellas, do you agree with Monique's statement? Do you think that you should expect your partner to still give it up as often if you're stressing them out?
I mean, wow, that's a good question. Look.
My wife,
if you're a man, you should. I think if you're a man, you should expect it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah, look, my wife's sitting right next to me, and I ain't gonna lie. Like, so we got 2 young boys. We got 4 kids, and we got 2 young boys. So trust me, we don't be having no issues with that. Like, we almost got to slow it down because we don't need no more kids right now.
But that's because I'm sure you're doing your job of keeping her happy. But in relationships. Yeah, in relationships where a man is stressing you out, not doing right, maybe not providing for you, do you think women that will change their sex drive?
I mean,
I think you gotta always think about the alternative, right? If you love the man, right, you gotta think about the alternative, which is he gonna find it somewhere else. So if that's what you want, then I guess go ahead and ignore it. You know what I mean? But if not, if you want your man to, even though you're having a struggle of a time, to still, his heart to still be with you, then you still got to respect that he's a man at the end of the day. I think,
Wow.
And
okay.
Here's what I think too. Like, I still got to deal with the stresses of life. You know what I'm saying? And do everything else that I got to do as a man. You know what I'm saying? That mortgage still got to be paid. Right. I still have to romance you when you make me mad and everything. You have your expectations. And I don't think men don't get a pass like, oh, I'm stressed. I wish a man would walk in the house and say, I can't do it. I'm stressed. I gotta figure it out.
Y'all moving the goalposts because the question was, if you are stressing your woman out, not the world. We all stressed in the world. I woke up, my wig was on the floor when I read the news this morning. Right. But if we're in a relationship and you're my man and you're stressing me out, don't expect me to want to have sex with you.
Kiki, hold on.
Can I address something?
Yeah.
Yes.
You said he's stressing you out. Did you ask him, is he stressed out a little bit? Right. You think it's just going one way?
Well, that wasn't the question now, friend.
No.
Come on back.
I think honestly, like, we gotta have, 2-sided conversations, especially in our community. We can't have one-sided conversations. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I mean, and this is, first of all, asking Jagged Edge, that's unfair. They got a superpower. So whenever things get stretched around their house, they get to humming and start singing. And then women like, oh, you know what? I'm cool. Right. I'm cool. For a brother like me, my woman started getting mad. I got to do that move you like.
Yeah.
we gonna make up.
And I'm gonna tell you, and men in relationships know this. You cannot tell when your woman want it. However you feeling, you gotta perform.
Oh yeah,
you don't get the opportunity to sit back and say anything is the reason of why you can't, why you withhold sex.
Now that's true.
So
but the good thing is, as men, look, when they want it, we want it then too. So it's all good.
No, we'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Y'all never don't want it. Okay,
that's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact. Man, shout out, guys, man. We appreciate you stopping by. Man,
thank you, man.
Again, tell all the roomies, because we want to make sure everybody is streaming and checking you out. What's going on with the project?
Right. So the album's called All Original Parts. This is volume 1. We're gonna drop 3 albums before this year is out. This is volume 1.
Wow.
Like I said, it goes direct to consumer on Even platform at midnight. It hits everybody else on Valentine's Day. On I don't even like to refer to it as Valentine's Day, but that's another story. But on February 14th, it hits everybody else. Like we said, we got a tour coming starting the end of March. Another tour this summer. So like we working, we moving. Just the video should be out in about a week and a half, 2 weeks. So just check it out. All original parts, volume 1.
For real.
And let me just say this before you guys leave. It's really good to see you, Brandon, because the roomies were very concerned and have been praying for you after recovering from your car accident. You broke your neck, your skull fracture, ribs, everything. And look at you today on the Shade Room.
All praises to the Most High.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It's good to be seen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A couple of them days I ain't know. So
Yeah.
Like he said, all praise to the Most High God. I couldn't do nothing without him. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I feel like any bit of recovery, any bit of success that we have going forward, y'all know where my blessings come from.
Absolutely. There you go.
There it is.
There it is.
Well said. Well,
we can't wait to see you guys on the road, and Zach will be front row kissing somebody. Child.
Come on, Zach. Let's get it. Come on.
Thanks for coming to the show.
Thank y'all.
Love, man.
Yeah.
For real.
Zach, you okay?
Yeah,
you
I'm
just
good.
talked to Jagged Edge.
You know I'm freaking
I know
out.
you're
Yeah.
I'm freaking out. I'm over here trying to be cool. You know, I'm losing my mind.
He is losing his mind. I was like,
freaking out.
You are having a fan moment.
What? I had a great time.
Yeah, so cool. And they cool as hell too.
Yeah, we gonna smoke weed when we go to.
Yeah, just don't try to jump on their stage, okay? Don't try to little mama the situation when they come to Chicago, please.
God,
that will not be cute.
All right, let's talk about this, man. Target stores have become one of the latest to cancel their DEI goals to increase Black employees' representation, improve Black shoppers' experience, and promote Black-owned businesses. Now, social influencer Tabitha Brown, who we love so much, whose brand can be found in the store, took to social media to express her thoughts about Target's decision. Let's look at this.
But the thing that concerns me the most, and I want you to hear me and hear me well, if we all decide to stop supporting said businesses and say, I can't buy nothing from there, even the businesses who were affected by the DEI ban, right? What that does is you take all our sales and they dwindle down. And then those companies get to say, oh, your products are not performing. And they can remove them from the shelves and then put their preferred businesses on the shelves. And then what happens to all the businesses who've worked so hard to get where they are? We have to have understanding and compassion for each other and not be in an emotional state, but also a smart state. Because if we start doing I'm not shopping there, and it's our businesses that are in there, that's their way that they will clean us out and replace us and say, well, your business is not performing. That's what people want. We can't give them what they want.
Man,
I'd say move your stuff to the Black business.
Take your shelf and move. We gotta keep the show moving, but I definitely, when I saw that, it bothered me in a real bad way. In a real bad way.
Why?
Because that's what they want us to do. That's what Black people have been doing forever. Since the 60s. Like I said it before on my Instagram page, we haven't really accomplished a lot since the 60s. We've been eating off of a silver platter that the people that sacrificed my grandma marched, my uncle got hosed down. It's a lot of people's families that you owe it to them to sacrifice. This is not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be comfortable for anybody. It's a lot of people that really love Target. I understand your business, but we, just like Jaymal said earlier in the show, there is infrastructure that has to be. They are forcing us to start implementing infrastructure for Black folks so we can have our own, so we don't have to stand out here anymore and be like, hey, can we please have it? Can you give me this, please? I wonder if they're going to give somebody else a business. We see in our face in real time what America thinks about us. You can't look away. I said it before. They think we care more about if Cardi B and Offset are going to get back together than equal rights for Black and brown people.
You cooking. You cooking, because before you just explained it that way, I was, I love Tabitha Brown, and I kind of was seeing the things that she was expressing. Like She was like, yes, guys, I understand I can move it to another store, Black-owned business, but it's not that easy. Storage is not that easy. Distribution is not that easy. And we work so hard to get into these spaces, you know, why would I recant that? So I was thinking, you know, thinking that way, like I understand her from a business aspect. But the way you just explained that is very factual.
I just want to let y'all know Tabitha Brown has the best teeth.
She does.
That I have ever seen in my life.
She's so beautiful.
And it was hard to concentrate.
She better than my teeth?
Yeah.
Well, let's look at what the roomies have to say.
You a dude.
The roomie, shout out Miss Monica. She said, we cannot have a blind eye to this. Paya Davis said, from a business aspect, I understand. But from a customer standpoint, no one wants to spend their hard-earned money or a dollar in an establishment that has vocally expressed they don't support our ethnicity. So that's very true. And, you know, these companies have wasted no time being like, bye DEI. Like, why you so worried about it? You ain't even cleaned up on aisle 5. And you was quick to announce that. You ain't put out the schedule for next week. People, you ain't put their time sheets in yet, and you so quick to put up, I'm not doing DEI. So trust me, I have definitely been keeping an eye on companies who have been super excited to announce that, because to me, that's insane.
Yep. All right, well, let's bring in roommate Riz to get her thoughts on this. Riz, what up?
Saturday, Riz, how you doing?
That's Riz from Jagged.
Riz from Jagged. What's up, Riz? What's up?
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for having me. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. Riz, you've been very vocal in the TSR comments and on TikTok about Tabitha's response. Why do you have a problem with Tabitha's comments?
So I just want to make it clear that this also, too, for me, is not about a specific business owner, because Tabitha Brown was not the only Black business owner that made a statement, right? There were a couple. Her, the Lip Bar, there were a couple of them. And they all made me feel the same way, where I felt like I was being gaslit. And I felt like I was being talked to by women who I respect, I look up to, and I've supported their brands countless times. And it felt like they were telling me, I hear y'all, I understand y'all want to boycott, but ultimately, what about my bag, right? What about my bottom line? What about me? I don't want to have to suffer anything, right? Including my sales. And you guys I understand you want to boycott, but still shop Black, right? And my question to these Black owners is, when I'm shopping Black in Target, how much of a percentage am I giving Target, right? And instead of shopping Black in Target, instead of shopping Black in Walmart, instead of shopping Black in Amazon, why can't we guys go to TabithaBrown.com, which does exist, right? To shop for Donna's recipes, to shop for whatever. There's a plethora of things. She has natural deodorants, body care. There's so many different products that you can shop for and put 100% profit in Tabitha Brown's pockets, you know?
Come on.
I just felt like it was counterproductive at best to get on camera and to put the responsibility on our community's shoulders to keep their businesses afloat in these white spaces, especially in these white spaces that have made it very clear that they do not care about anyone that is a minority. If you're not white and straight, you're dead in the water. They don't care. It was attractive for them to create the DEI programs in 2020 off the heels of Black Lives Matter, off the heels of police brutality, right? But it was never authentic. So now that we are now in a different era, Trump is back, we are under a new administration, they have said, well, being woke isn't really profitable anymore. Or we got to kiss the ring of what is profitable. So, right. And a lot of these products, Ghetto Gastro being one, has already been pulled off of the shelves from Target since they have canceled the DEI programs. So I felt like it was a little tone deaf for these business owners to get on camera and to tell us, hey, you know, what about us? And to reiterate the comment of Black people, we got to be smart about this. That really, it bothered me so much, because what about Black people as a race, right? What about us has shown that we are not capable of critical thinking, that we are not capable of already realizing the impact that this will have on Black businesses, that we are not already thinking, how can I support Tabitha Brown, right? How can I make sure that this doesn't affect her livelihood so that she doesn't go bankrupt? I love this Black woman. I value this Black woman. Let me support the Lip Bar. Let me support a Camille Rose, right? Let me support a Ghetto Gastro directly from them so that they're not having to lose everything. We don't want these Black people to be stripped of everything, but we also don't want to continue to be spit on by these businesses. And then they say, well, still give us your profit. Absolutely not.
You cannot have both. You are cooking
in our faces and have our profit, but you cannot have both.
Come on now.
You're
You done told it now.
You cooking.
I'm done. Ain't nothing else to say. Ain't a crumb left.
The roomies are definitely agreeing with you. I see people. Moni said, yeah, it was very condescending when they made the comment about be smart, Black people. So
I didn't like that at all. And I just also want to point out that Frederick Joseph is a Black author, and his books are currently on the shelves at Target. And he has made it very clear that I do not want you guys to support me through Target. If you guys are going to purchase my books, please only purchase through the publisher. Please purchase through other avenues. There are other means to support me. And I've had a very good relationship with Target for the last 4 years, but I'm done.
Yeah. We've all had great relationships with Target.
I love Target. I love Target.
It's content creators currently on social media that have made their living off of talking about things at Target, telling you deals, all type of stuff. So yeah, but it's just time, man, for us to use what we have. Yeah, we have a voice. You see, we can move things with our voices, but it's time to use the economics behind that. And and just like I was telling Jedidiah, like I was telling him, is that we don't have to be violent. We don't have to be violent. We know that once you take us out of the equation, things get different. Things get different. We spend money. Even when we don't got it. We
are
spend
the pulse. And I need for people to remember that. We are the pulse. We are the rhythm. We are the everything that everything is ingrained in this country that people love so dearly, that they hold so dearly to their heart. We have been involved in that. Everything. We make shit happen. So I think it's time for the excuses to stop. I think, like you said, it's time for people to get very comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? Making sacrifices. I'm trying to focus on simplifying my life, not overspending, not over-consuming, because that's just not benefiting me no way. Going into Target, spending $200, $100, whether it's on just Black-owned products in Target or just a plethora of products in Target, that does not help us. Overconsumption is killing us all. And we need to, as a community, scale back, and we need to circle the Black dollar with our people as much as humanly possible. And also be aware, everyone, of these companies who have a DEI program. Apple still has a DEI program. Apple is very problematic for a multitude of reasons. We see what's happening in Congo. Let's pay attention, okay? And let's not just rush to these companies because they have a DEI program. Let's actually listen to and watch. Listen to what they're watch what they're showing you. Target has made it clear. Amazon has made it clear. Meta has made it clear. Multiple platforms and things have made it clear of we're going to play by this rule book because that's the rule book that we've always wanted to play by. We never really wanted the DEI programs in the begin with. We thought it was profitable. It was. Thank you so much for making us these profits. Now that's over. We have phased out of that. And now that they have said that, I need for Black people to also phase out of shopping there.
Teach the people, girl. Thank you so
much. Stay in
them
comments. Stay in the shade room's comments.
Thank you guys. I'm trying. I'll be fighting for my life. I was trying to tell my people I'm not trying to cause any divisiveness. I'm not calling for anyone to boycott a Black business. Please do not ever put words in my mouth. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying we need to worry about supporting our own, worry about building up our community before we continue to make Target, Walmart, Amazon even richer. Jeff Bezos got money out the ass. So let's try to bring that dollar back to our community.
Absolutely.
We need to help Jerome Bezos.
Jerome Bezos is
that's what we do. We need to help Jerome Bezos.
I'm sorry, it's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate that commentary, and we know the roomies definitely heard you. And stay in them comments, like we said.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Content creator Touche Two Touch is breaking down the misconception of a drug dealer. Watch this.
So I got to address the drug dealer mentality and the misconception about it. If you've had the chance to know one of these guys and talk to them, and you know where they came from and what they have, some of the most brilliant minds. For some reason, they get it. I'm not glorifying it. They understand how to keep employees together and people working together, negotiate deals. If they have escaped penitentiary, they have escaped death, they have escaped mistreatment and disloyalty, and for somehow still be able to manage emotions and manage employees and manage business for the greater good. These guys have some of the most brilliant minds that you have ever come across. In addition to, unfortunately, the misfortune that they had is their school was the streets, where some people have been privy to go to school. And some people make it on the other side. And these guys, when I see them now for where they came from and where they are and their business structure and discipline, they some of the best businessmen you will ever meet. I mean, they do not play around. So don't be fooled by somebody saying it's the drug dealer mentality. Get a chance to talk to one of these guys and you'll be like, damn, this dude is smart.
Yeah.
Wow.
I agree with it. I agree with it. I've always said if you can sell drugs, you can sell anything.
Listen, so before you get to this, are hustlers and drug dealers misunderstood?
I don't know if they're misunderstood, but they do have a business mind. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've ever been around drug dealers. Have you ever seen a drug dealer do math?
Oh, yeah.
They will
so
count.
Impressive.
I ain't never,
Very impressive.
You ain't never seen nobody put numbers together so quick. They ain't got no calculator.
Right.
They ain't got nothing. They'll know the math. And I'm like, you are slick a genius. You know what I'm saying? Like the way you put that math together so quick, subtracted that, did it. I'm like, every time you see a drug dealer talk about his money, it's always like, it's quick, it's precise. And I see what she's saying, that they still, yes, I don't think it's channeled in the right way.
Right.
But the skill set is there. So I think that she's saying, it's like the business skill set
100%.
is there. 100%.
So if you could take the skill set and do something positive with it,
you can still do
that
it.
would be like, if you that impactful in the streets and you running a whole organization, imagine what you can do with something that's legal.
Yep.
So hopefully we inspire some drug dealer out there that's watching today.
Man, drug dealers, I mean, I'm from that era. I mean, and when that crime bill came in and swept the streets of Georgia, it closed malls, it closed stores, it closed chains. I mean, the first time I've ever, I've said this before, and I'm sure it's a lot of people from my era that agree, like the first time I ever seen a luxury car, a drug dealer had it. The first time I ever saw like fashion, Jordans, anything. And of course that played a role when I got grown and making legal money. I'm like, yo, I'm going to, you dress what you saw in the neighborhood was cool. And I think a lot of times that, it is a bad thing, like you said, but the skill set from all over was, can be misunderstood.
Yeah,
sometimes.
and people I think people have a misconception of like, oh, if you selling drugs, it's easy and it's fast, quick, easy money. Let me tell you, I tried to sell weed in college.
No, he didn't.
It didn't.
No, he didn't.
It didn't go nowhere.
No, he didn't.
I don't even know. Listen,
No, he
guys,
didn't.
I just want y'all to understand
it didn't go nowhere.
This is not positive. This is not something to aspire to.
No, it didn't work. No, I'm not saying aspire to. I'm just saying the skill set of like a lot of times in a sense of, and I think this is what she was trying to get to in a way, is that the drug dealer, that whole entity played a part on Black culture. Not, and it's the same way.
She was saying it was smart. Like she was talking about the intelligence of the
right, but it's still not something to aspire to do.
No, hell no.
Okay, it's destroying communities. I got a lot of drug addicts in my family that ruin their life, ruin people's life and legacies and children. So don't do it. If you that smart, if you that talented and smart, go run a corporation or start a corporation or do something positive with yourself. I mean, that's all. And I don't do drugs.
We celebrate
and
it all
kids,
the
if
time.
it ain't weed, it's crack. Let's move on. All right, roomies, we have an R&B treat for you right now. Joining the show is Grammy nominee Kenyon Dixon. Hey, friend.
Y'all trying to get fired.
What's up? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm amazing, man. I'm glad to be talking to y'all.
Thanks so much for joining us. You just saw us discuss that last topic. Was there anything that you wanted to add to that?
Nah, I mean, I think y'all pretty much nailed everything. I think to the point of what the young lady was saying about the Tabitha comment, I've always thought it was interesting, even during what we saw during like the pandemic with the protests and everything, that we can make those demands, but I think it would be amazing for us, an amazing resource to have something in place to where if we're going to take our own out of these positions, we have a way that we actually, support them. So, but yeah, y'all nailed it.
No, we appreciate you. Now, look, man, this past Tuesday, we hear you perform with Terrence Martin, and then Rihanna pulled up. Did you get a chance to meet her and talk?
I did, man.
How was that?
Amazing, man. Her and ASAP, incredible energy, man. They're like some of the nicest people I've met, but they really enjoyed the show and let me know that they enjoyed the set and everything like that, man. So, those are always some really cool moments.
That was a very cool moment.
Man, I think it's even cooler that you're nominated for a Grammy this year for
Yes,
Best
sir.
R&B Performance.
Yes.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. How would you describe your sound?
My sound, man, it's really a mix of my influences. I call it the R&B you love. I really search for that feeling of classic R&B, what we like about the Luther and Marvin and Anita, but also like, being authentic to myself, being a younger artist. I'm into more progressive sounds. And so I've kind of found a way to kind of bridge that. So it's like nostalgic progressiveness. I feel like is like, that's how I would describe my type of R&B, but I brand it as the R&B you love because I think it's all about that feeling, and that feeling is there, which is why I think people love the music I put out.
Now, who are you looking forward to seeing at the Grammys this year?
Man, that's a great question. Really, my homies. I got so many friends who are also nominated this year.
Shout them out.
Yeah, you got Duran Bernard, who's nominated, Keyon Harold, Avery Sunshine, Coco Jones, Lucky's nominated. These are all like amazing peers that I have and friends that I think they're very deserving. Shout out to Money. Money is also nominated for a couple, man. So I think R&B is really being very well represented, and that's what I'm most excited about. Just to for us to be able to see each other.
Absolutely. All right, before we get into it, we're about to play a game real quick, but do you want to get a roomies a small sample of what your style of R&B is, a small sample?
Let's see, man, what I got. You're not like them. You're so different. You stay on my mind. Highest of highs, floating when I'm off of your supply. All the things I often dream of, you bring them to life. Love on replay, have me your way every single time.
My dog, there we go.
Shout out to the roomies, man. They enjoyed that. Jasmine Russell said it's a mix of Marvin Gaye and Jesus. I said, okay, now. And she was mad I said your name wrong, so my bad, but you killed that.
Man, they be on me about it too, man. I'm so used to it. I blame Kenyon Martin because it's the same stuff.
Right.
That's hilarious.
Man, it's so good. So let's go ahead and do this. Play this game of which producer. Now, which producer would you rather collaborate with? All right. Robert Glasper or Raphael Sadiq?
Oh,
come on,
that's tough.
That's tough.
It's easy for me.
That's tough, but Rob's so close. Rob's so close to the home team, man, and Rob is he has so much dynamic. He understands soul. He understands. So does Raphael Sadiq. But I'm saying, like, in this present moment, I am a big Robert Glasper fan. So right now, we may be working on something. Who knows?
Okay. There we go.
See?
Okay, let's try another one. Timberland or Pharrell?
That's a tough one, but I'm going with Tim. We just did a lot of Justin Timberlake's last album together. That's my guy. And yeah, man. But I'm a huge Neptune's Pharrell fan. That's not fair what y'all doing, but
okay, last one. We'll get you in any trouble. Last one. All right. Dr. Dre or Mustard?
Oh, I'm going with Dre, man. That's classic. That's classic, man. He's produced some of my favorites. And one of my favorite rap albums is the documentary by The Game. And Dre had his hand all in that, man. I would love to just sit in with his genius and just soak that in.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Mustard though, man. That's the city's own. I'm an LA native, so
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, before we let you go, are there any projects coming up or anything that we should know about?
Yeah. Man, there's a lot. I'm working on a new solo album titled Ego Ruins Everything. It's very introspective album about love, just a different perspective. And the next project that you all probably hear from me, me and Terrace Martin are actually collaborating on an album right now that we're almost done with, and we'll share soon. So there's some cool stuff happening around it. So I would say just keep them alerts on. You never know when some shows and stuff might pop up.
For sure.
I like that, man. Well, thanks a lot for joining us. We wish you nothing but the best.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all for having me.
Okay, guys. Kenny Burns, shout out to the bro, man. Kenny Burns is addressing what he calls drug and rape rap. Kenny, that's a bit much, but let's take a look.
And I do want to say this about the music because I feel like this drug rap and this rape rap is taking y'all souls and spirits. Y'all not even in there getting drunk or high to have a good time. You're getting drunk and high to be numb. That is a big problem. Because if you're self-medicating the entire time, you don't find that frequency of a good time, you literally do what at the end? You get in a fight, you go home, abuse somebody. I don't know what the is going on with the music you listening to.
Okay, now does rap music need a entire redo? What do you think, Kiki?
I don't think we need a redo, but I do think we need some other options, okay? Because what I will say is I feel like everybody's sad. Now, looking at the state of the world, I can understand. But it's like a lot of the rappers and the songs that come out now, everybody's sad. And I think when we said we wanted to talk about mental health, we took it a bit far. Like everybody just crying, everybody depressed, everybody. It's a lot of that. And I feel like sometimes you can listen to a song and it's going to tell you that you're depressed and I was having a good day. So if we could just kind of balance it, I think people should still have the creative freedom to tell their stories and what they're going through. But at the same time, we need to make sure we got some other type of stuff that we're listening to kind of uplift the culture and not always be so depressing.
Yep.
I
agree with Kiki 100%. Variety. That's all we need.
Yeah.
It's just variety, more of the positive, more of the things that make you happy. I remember it was a stage of rap music in the early 2000s where we were going through a whole dance era.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They were talking about the same thing, but it was in a different way. You know what I'm saying? If you Swag Surfing's first line is, I'm on hypnotic, exotic, got polo on my body. He drunk, drinking, and everything. But it's a different energy to it.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm swagging.
Yep.
It ain't like me. I'm drunk and I'm sad.
And
you know
I
what I'm saying?
die, and I'm so sad.
Y'all don't take nothing serious, man.
We did. It was the same content. I don't think it's necessarily the content. It's just the producers need to make up more beats. Let's be more happy. You know what I'm saying? We've talked about these different things it's nothing new under the sun. It's just the way you present it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just feel like we just need more variety.
The variety. I mean, you think about it, you had Nelly, you had a Jay-Z. I did throw that in
Your
there.
favorite rapper.
I threw it in there.
Nelly.
And then you had Eminem talking about something. Then you had Soulja Boy talking about something. You had Ludacris talking about something.
And Ja Rule.
And Ja talking about something. And 50. You know what I mean? Like you just had more variety. It's like people jumped on and shout out to drill music because it came from here. You got drill music, bang. And then just all you heard was drill music and you forgot about other artists. And it's still things like happening right now where I don't think a person like Big X the Plug is getting his just due. I think it need to be pushed up more. You got La Russell. All of these different pockets of rap. It's room for them instead of just kind of flooding us with this one style of rap.
Mm-hmm.
Then when you wear it out, then we go to this new style of rap. Then we're gonna wear that out instead of giving it all to the marketplace.
You need the variety because it's different things in life. Like I listen to music. Music is always playing around me, so it's always like a soundtrack in my life. Like when I'm in my car and I'm driving, I listen to R&B because that's the type of vibe I am when I want to drive. When I'm in the gym, I listen to the upbeat stuff, like the upbeat, the heart, you know what I'm saying? It's going to give me that energy. You know what I'm saying? At night, when you with your lady, you put on the music to fit that mood. What are y'all? You can't listen to drill all day long. What are you doing?
That's how it was when Kendrick first dropped Not Like Us, baby. I was at work just thinking I got beef with everybody. When they was doing that whole beef and they was dropping them 6-minute songs and I'm just listening to it on repeat. I'm like, oh, y'all some ops. I started looking at y'all funny.
Of course we were going to get thrown in
You've been through that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need a variety for sure. For sure. But fellas, let's get into this now. 10 million views and counting. Yes, this week Justin Carter dropped another TSR Investigates, and this one is very disturbing. Let's take a look.
Wow.
Getting it popping on her patients.
You just don't do this to people. You don't.
This Atlanta area healthcare worker seen on TikTok dipping it low on her patient's forehead. Patients, you can see, are living with disabilities.
This is not a laughing matter.
And with the backlash,
is not what it is. Trust and believe.
She had plenty to say on social media, but police weren't buying it. A breaking update. She has just been charged. And when the Shade Room started looking into this so-called nurse and who she works for, you may be shocked.
I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates.
On her patient. Yeah, no, that's insanity. And it's not a laughing matter tone. It's not funny. Okay, she need to go straight to jail. Put her down there with y'all got Diddy. Y'all need to keep her up in there too. Because that's crazy.
I have never seen nothing so disturbing.
That is this. I don't know what.
I have never seen nothing. Let me walk in there and see you putting your thing on my granddaddy head.
Ooh.
I'm gonna be mad as hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What? Did she try to defend that?
She tried to defend it, but by the look of the mug shot, you could tell something is not all the way there anyway. You know, this the problem. Like, everybody taking CNA classes, y'all need to do a little bit further investigation before they get their little certificate, because there's no way she should have been employed and able to do that and then bold enough to post it online. Like, something is really wrong with you.
I'm wrong. I'm telling y'all, I apologize. I was not laughing at what was happening to those patients. I was laughing at the opening line of Justice TSR Investigates, getting it popping. I couldn't take it. Y'all keep telling me, don't tell me when he said getting popping and she started.
I'm not going down the street.
Okay. Yeah, no, you on your own with that one.
All right, it's wrong. It's
Very
wrong.
wrong.
It's wrong.
Yes.
But what? This is my thing. Like, man, what was going through your head, man? What were you thinking? Like, what were you thinking to twerk on somebody
and post it?
What were you thinking? And then, like, try to defend yourself against twerking on people.
And just like with Akademiks, if you are bold enough to post that online and say that online where everybody can see it, I can only imagine what your weird is doing behind the scenes. So I will definitely be tuning into that TSR Investigation. You guys can watch it too, of course, on the Shade Room's YouTube channel. So shout out to Justin Carter for always doing the Lord's work. But roomies, look, we've had a lot of things happen in this show. We didn't went down to the political offices, over to the raps. It's just been a lot. Jagged Edge was here. It's just a lot happening in the show, and that is why you cannot miss every single week. So we want you to be back with us for more Shade Room headlines, debates, and of course, more trending topics.
And if you have a tip or something you want us to talk about, man, always hit us up. All right.
Absolutely. Until then, we'll see you next week. And remember to represent the culture with excellence. Can a brother get a woo woo?
Woo woo.
Good night.
It's been a long time coming. They ain't come from my club, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 pounds, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming.